The character I have chosen is Montresor from the cast of Amontillado. My YouTube confessional will take place before Montresor kills Fortunato. I have been hurt many times before by Fortunato, and until this point, I put up with it. But he finally drew the line when he left my old and honored family name, Montresor. I knew at this point that I needed to seek revenge. To successfully do this, I must first ensure he does not know I am plotting to kill him. But when it happens, I'll make sure he knows it was I who made him pay. Now you might be thinking to yourself, what are you going to do to get your revenge? Well, here's my plan. One of Fortunato's favorite things is wine. He's very familiar with all types of wine, and I'm going to use this to lure him in and kill him. The wine I chose, you might ask? A fine wine called Amontillado. I told Fortunato that I had bought a full cask of this fine wine, knowing that he would not be able to resist, and would want to know where he can get some for himself. Not long after I told him about the Amontillado, Fortunato came up with an idea to go to my family's vault. That's where the wine is kept. To retrieve the wine for his drinking pleasure. Fortunato would go to great lengths to retrieve wine, so knowingly, I tricked him into going into the vault, while all this being his idea. The vault is not only where we keep the wine, but also the final resting place for all members of the Montresor family. Throughout the path, there was multiple piles of bones and dead bodies, and soon Fortunato would join them. The further we went into the vault, the colder, darker, and wetter it got. I even offered to turn back, but Fortunato said no and kept venturing further into the vault. He would not stop at any cost to get this fine wine. On the way to our destination, I fed Fortunato a bottle of wine. We raised our glasses, and for him, he drank to the dead who laid around us. As for I drank to his long life, or lack thereof. To get to the vault where we were storing the wine, I had to remove stones and bones from the doorway. When we got into the vault, Fortunato walked to the back of the wall. I grabbed a chain that had been hanging down on the side of the wall, and a lock that had laid beside it. You'll never guess what I did next. I locked him against the wall to where he could not escape. Fortunato was surprised and in disbelief that I had done this. He kept saying how it was a funny joke and that I should let him go now, but I had other plans for him. I then started piling back up the stones as Fortunato cried out for me to unchain him. Of course, I did not listen. And at one point, I almost felt bad. But I don't regret my decision. I finished piling up the stones and covered it with a pile of bones. No human hands have touched them since. May he rest in peace.